Hi, my name's Giles Pearson. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Account Tests, and the purpose of this video is to help you interpret our US public accounting test reports. So you'll see I've got an example of one of those reports in front of me, but this video will be good for the report that you've linked to as well. So this is our virtual CFO report, and the first thing I do with one of these reports is look down at the bottom and you'll see the time taken. So if that time says 30, meaning 30 minutes, that means that your candidate was still working on the test when they ran out of time. If we go through the next page, which is just some background, you'll then come to the page which shows you the bell curve. So again, this is the same in whichever test report it is that you're looking at. These are all in the same format. So you can see here that our candidate Haley is on the 74th percentile. What that means is that compared to our norm group of accountants who've taken these tests, or the particular test you're looking at, that Haley is better than 74% of the candidates in that norm group, so not as good as 26%. And you can see at the bottom there that they got 24 correct and 16 incorrect. The tests are hard, so the midpoint in most of the tests is around 20, but of course that's compensated for by the fact that the difficulty is the same for everybody. If we move through to the next page, you can see a comparison of how the candidate has done with the different levels of difficulty, the basic, intermediate, and advanced questions. And this is also where it's good to have a think about what the candidate has, or whether the candidate has missed any questions. So if we have a look at this other example here, you can see that in this case, the candidate omitted 4 questions, and this next page will help you think about what that means. So when candidates omit questions, you can't tell from the report whether they simply ran out of time or whether they skipped questions that they didn't know. And they are told in the introduction to work as diligently as they can and to skip questions that they can't answer and go back and look at them later. So they're given some coaching around sort of that good test technique. But you can, so if a candidate doesn't finish the test within 2 or 3 questions, you're perhaps not that bothered. If it's sort of 5 questions or more, you would question whether they can work at pace. And we'd certainly recommend that you ask the candidate about their experience before showing them the test report so that you can see whether there was some other factor as to why they didn't get through all the questions. But on this page, if candidates have omitted questions, you should be able to see whether they skipped questions or just ran out of time, because if they skip them, you would expect that they'll skip questions which are in the advanced section, whereas if they simply ran out of time, because the questions load randomly, then that they're likely to miss out on sort of about the same number of basic, intermediate, and advanced questions, and that's what has happened to this candidate here. My expectation is that they simply ran out of time and didn't get to see those last 4 questions. If we skip back to the other report, go through to the next page. So on the next page, you get a slice and dice by the different areas that the test is covered. So in this case, this virtual CFO test covers accounting, financial reporting, business advisory, and forecasting. So you can have a look and see how your candidate's done on each of those areas, and you can see this candidate has done well in the accounting area, but struggled quite a bit in that sort of forecasting, forward-looking area. So it might be that you've got a job where one of those particular areas is of more interest than others, and you can focus in on that. And these different areas of specialty, if you like, are different for each test. So the one that you're looking at will have different areas, but again, the concept is the same. The next 2 pages go through the questions one by one, tell you what the question was about, which section it was in, whether it was basic, intermediate or advanced, and whether the candidate got it right or wrong. And if they omitted it, there'll be the circle at the right hand side will just be be blank. So that allows you to dive in a little bit more detail. And then the last page helps you with interpretation, which is exactly what we've been doing here. So I hope that was helpful. If you've got questions, you're always welcome to contact us. Just email us at help@accounttests.com, and we'll come back to you as soon as we can with some additional feedback on the test report that you're looking at. Otherwise, thanks for watching.